was your favorite speaker at Cosmic Summit? Like, and what were you doing there? What was your involvement?
Well, so first off, they were all good. Well, this is my third year. I've gone to all three of them.
Okay.
And so the funny thing is, each one of these I've gone to, you'll talk to somebody at whatever table you might be sitting at, or if you're just in the hallway or whatever. Invariably, you'll get on a topic somehow. So I was at the coffee station. I'll get to my favorite speaker in a second, but I was at the coffee station grabbing a coffee, and I overheard somebody say something about putting salt in coffee, and I said, "Salt in coffee." Well, that
Delicious.
ended up, yeah, that turned into "Oh, what are you here for?"
Sure.
Next thing you know, half an hour later, there's another guy that drove down with me, and Greg, I said, "Greg, you need to talk." He's an engineer, and this gal, her background was medical in some fashion. But then that's what ends up happening. Everybody that's there is open-minded,
Mm.
and so nothing is off the table as
Mm-hmm.
far as a topic of discussion, and it's cool. It's
Mm-hmm.
really that alone. It's like, well, you have no worries about somebody just thinking you're a jerk for believing
Sure.
in
Sounds
a certain
wonderful.
way about, yeah. So
Right.
anyway, I've gone every year, and I'll continue to go to these things. I'll do whatever I can to support George with this, because I think George Howard. I mean,
Same.
it is such a phenomenal thing that he's got going. Every aspect of
Yeah.
it is really it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, but my favorite speaker was probably Ben Van Kerkwick.
Okay.
But the other problem is, well, it's not a problem. There were so you had breakout sessions where you would have maybe three different speakers, or two or three different speakers going at the same time. And then certain parts of the day you had one primary speaker.
Mm.
And there were a couple of other, I'm like, crap, which one do I want to see? But you can go back any point in time and watch any of the presentations
Oh,
from
okay.
folks that you didn't happen to catch during a time you were watching somebody else. And Catherine Ulysses is one of them. It's Robert Schoch's wife.
Yeah.
I
Right.
really heard a lot of good things about her speech, and I still haven't had a chance to go watch hers. But she was proposing this idea that certain Egyptian sites were intentionally buried, sort of like Göbekli Tepe.
Hmm.
And maybe was it done because they knew something was going to happen, and they wanted to preserve the sites.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see hers, but there were several like that.